Mingalava. Welcome to Love Myanmar. My name's Harriet.
And I'm Rory. We're native English speakers and Myanmar language learners.
Join us as we learn how to express exclamations like, "That's so cute," or "That's really exciting" in Myanmar.
This video uses all the words from the Emotions vocabulary video, so feel free to watch that video first. Just click on the link at the top of the screen.
Cool, let's jump in. We're going to need to use this structure here, verb plus seya, which means something to verb.
For example, say we want to say something to eat. Perhaps in a phrase like, I'm going out to buy something to eat. To eat is sade.
So if we add seya after the base verb sa, we get sazia, something to eat.
Let's try one more. What if we wanted to say somewhere to go? Perhaps in a phrase like, sorry, I can't join you. I've got somewhere to go now.
You may remember that the verb to go is tuare. So if we add seya after the base verb tua, we get tuazia, somewhere to go. Can you say that? Well done. Our whole phrase would be tuazia shire, I have somewhere to go.
Notice that when we combine the verb with seya, it makes a noun. Somewhere to go.
Right, so let's get into the main part of our video, which is forming exclamations like, "That's interesting." And now we know how to do this, because saying "that's interesting" in Myanmar uses the same structure we've just learnt. We say, "That's something to be interested about." Remember the verb to be interested is seit wenzare. So if we pop our seya particle after the base word, seit wenza, we get seit wenzasia, something to be interested about. Can you say that? Nice. Now, this is the fun part. We're going to show you 3 styles to express yourself depending on how you feel and how emphatic you want to be. For the first style, you're going to add the particle be at the end. Seit wenzasia be. And this is more or less the equivalent of saying, "That's interesting." Be acts as an emphatic particle. So in this case, it's like the exclamation mark of our English sentence. You try it. Seit wenzasia be. Well done. We give this 1 exclamation mark for level of emotion. Next, we're taking away the be and replacing it with gaone. Seit wenzasia gaone. Let's say this is like saying, "That's really interesting" in English. You try. Seit wenzasia gaone. Excellent. You no doubt recognize that gaone means good. So a really awkward translation would be, "That's really good for making you feel interested." Now, we couldn't find a consensus among Myanmar speakers we surveyed. Some say there's no difference in the level of emotion between adding the be ending and the gaone ending. Maybe it just depends how you say it and how high your eyebrows are at the time. But we'll rate it 2 exclamation marks here. We'll assume you do the eyebrows when you say it.
Our last style is the most emphatic. For the ending, we're going to add gaon like da.
You've probably heard this like da being used in phrases like to like da, so brilliant, so smart, or hla like da, how beautiful, so beautiful. Let's say this is like saying, "That is so incredibly interesting." It gets a 3 exclamation mark rating. You give it a go. Seit wenzasia gaon like da. Woohoo! Sounding very passionate. Okay, so now you know the 3 styles. Number 1, be. Number 2, gaone. Number 3, gaon like da. Let's make some exclamations using the emotions vocabulary you know.
How would you say, "That's sad"?
Remember, the word for sad is wanere. So take off the de add CR and B, and we get one easier B. That's sad. You say it. Well done.
What about that's really amazing? Amazing is aore. So that's really amazing would be
Ozia gauni. Right. Say it once again. Ozia gauni. Brilliant.
Let's bump it up to level 3. How would you say that's so incredibly scary? Remember, to be scared is jaute. So, can you work it out?
就是啊講嚟的. Yes. Say it a little faster. 就是啊講嚟的. Sounding great.
Now we want to say, that's really funny, or that's so funny. For that, we're going to need the word for laugh. Because funny or humorous in Myanmar is something to laugh about.
The verb to laugh is yide. Yide. So, that's really funny would be Yizia gaone. Spot on. Can you say it faster? Yizia gaone. Awesome.
Let's try that's really exciting. Excited is se pluk shade. So, that's really exciting would be
Si lu shasia gaone. That's quite a mouthful, isn't it? Let's try it faster. Si lu shasia gaone. Woohoo! Nice one. What base verb will we need for an expression like, that's wonderful, oh, that's great? We use the verb to be glad, wantare. So, can you work it out? Wandasiabe. Right, it's a thing which makes you glad. Let's hear you say it. Wandasiabe. Oh, nice.
What about the word for fun? How would we say, it's really fun?
You might be a little surprised. We actually use the word for happy to say fun. To be happy is pyore. So how would we say, it's really fun? It's so much fun. Pyozia gaone. A little bit faster? Pyozia gaone. That's really fun.
Okay, we're back to level 3 for this one. That's so incredibly sad. No clues for this one. Can you work it out?
Onesia gaon like da. Let's speed it up. Ready? Onesia gaon like da. Ho ho ho! Expert level. This next one is very useful for babies and puppies and other such cute and adorable things. How can we say that's really adorable? Well, for cute and adorable and other such sentiments, we're going to use the verb to love, chitte. So, that's really adorable is chisya gaone. Can you say it? Very good. Actually, another probably even more common way to say that's cute is chisyale. Oh, cute. Chisyale. Okay, last one. Let's finish off with that's so incredibly cute. You can do it. Chisya gaon like da. That's exactly it. Your turn. Chisya gaon like da. Fantastic. Tolaita. Excellent. Now we can exclaim to our heart's content.
Great work, everyone. Review this video regularly to feel confident with using this structure in your Myanmar conversations.
And share the video with your friends who are learning Myanmar with you.
Thank you for watching and for sharing the Myanmar learning journey with us.
Not mad with me. See you next time.
Bye.